One of the most favorite questions I get asked by my clients is, Joanna, how do I overcome my fear of visibility? And I love this question. Here's my take on this. Most people think that fear is something that lives in your head, but actually fear is an emotion. It's energy in motion, meaning it's actually something that lives in the body. So approaching the process of overcoming the fear and changing your beliefs is one way, but what I find is actually more effective way is to change how we feel, because guess what? Energy can neither be destroyed or created. It can only be alchemized and transmuted. Now, what do I mean by that? If we try to outthink how we feel about the fear logically, we're literally going to go nowhere, because again, fear is a visceral sensation that we can feel in the body. So what we have to remember, and this is a really, really powerful thing, is the fact that we are in charge. We can be in charge of our physiology most of the time. And one of the most powerful ways how to be in charge of your physiology is through your breath. And instead of needing to overcome the fear and just make it such a rigid process, what works the fastest for my clients is actually how can we soften into fear? How can we feel safe with fear being present in our body, remembering that we can change how we feel as long as we allow ourselves to move that energy consciously in and out of our bodies. And using breath is the fastest and the simplest way to change how we feel in an instant, as long as we know where to go in the body. Now, what do I mean by that? So if you are a fan of a Chinese medicine, acupuncture, acupressure, we have meridian systems in our body, which are the energy systems, and we also have meridian points. And there are a couple specific meridian points that are located in the body that are specifically responsible for accumulating fear in those points. And when these points get overwhelmed and overloaded with the energy of fear that gets stuck, it doesn't allow us to show up with confidence, show up with conviction, and just feel safe being actually visible. And this is where a little bit of the nerdiness comes in, a little bit of science. So when you learn how to transmute the energy and shift it in the body, what tends to happen to your nervous system and the entire effects on the brain and which parts of the brain get switched on, switched off, there is a certain chemical reaction happening in the body that actually tells your nervous system, it's okay. You are safe. And when you're in that feeling, in that energy where you can instantly go from being scared, chronically scared, addictively scared, to safety, this is what we call, taking action from taking an aligned action, taking an inspired action. Inspired action can only come in when you feel safe in the body to do that action. And if you want to learn how to change your energetic state, especially when it comes to fear, doubt, lack of confidence, and transmute it into an energy of confidence, conviction, and just having real clarity on what you want to say, how you want to show up, drop me a comment, visibility below, and I will send you a free practice that literally in 10 minutes will show you how to go from fear to complete confidence super, super fast.